again, another review, this time hardware review of the Kanger Subtank Mini. Kindly sent for review by Zara from gearbest.com. Gearbest.com is a company out of China that sell online various different vaping equipment, including the Kanger Subtank Mini, which they are selling for $36.47, which is a very good price. They also do free shipping on their equipment as well. So, gearbest.com, I shall put a link below to the Kanger Subtank of where you can buy it. So what is the Kanger Subtank Mini? Well, it is a Clearomizer / RBA. So you get stock coils that come with it, and you also get a rebuildable deck as well. You get 2 stock coils, you get a 0.5 ohm and a 1.2 ohm coil as well. And it can handle fairly high PG juices as well. Being a kind of next generation Clearomizer, this is very good for sub-ohming, as it's a 0.5 ohm coil, but it does it at pretty low watts as well. You'd expect sub-ohming to be a lot of watts going through it. Well, they're recommended for the actual 0.5 ohm coil between I think it is, if I just dig it out, yeah, it says on the box that the 0.5 ohm coil, they reckon 15 to 30 watts. Okay, well, I'm doing it at 25 watts, or yeah, 24 watts. And as you can see, the vapor production is very good. It's a 70% VG juice I'm using in there. So no problem with the wicking. So all in all, that's pretty good. Very well engineered, very good looking piece of equipment. I do like the way that the Subtank looks. You get 3 airflows as well. This one is half open, then you can move it around to a very, very tight draw there, single hole, and then move it around again. And you get a fully open, which is massive. So let's give it a blast on the fully open, shall we? Just screw it back on the mod. So as you can see, it pumps out the vapor, nicely engineered, got a great drip tip on there as well. I do like the drip tip. It's fully strippable, as I'll be showing you later. Couple of points on here. It's got the new fatter O-rings. Now the big Subtank, the 25mm Subtank, people had leaking issues, so these have got fatter O-rings in there. It holds 4.5 mils of fluid, of e-juice, and it's 22mm, so it's very nicely on your mods. One thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have an adjustable center pin. That is flat and in there, but that's the only thing that I can find wrong with it. So let's crack on with the review then. Let's open it up, shall we? So let's unpack our Subtank Mini from its box. Slide it out of this center collar bit, and you're left with this lovely red bit of packaging here, a QR code and a hologram code on the bottom there, which is your way of authenticating your product. On the back, you've got a whole list of contents. We're not going to read it out because we're going to show you them now. We're going to slide open this box, and what you've got inside is this sheet of paper. This card tells you that you need to prime your OCC coils. We shall be looking at that, how to do that. So we should put that to one side. Then you've got the Subtank itself. Subtank is a nice looking piece of equipment. I do think it's very aesthetically pleasing with a lovely drip tip on there. We should go into detail. We should strip that down shortly. Opening up the rest of the box. Taking out that insert, we have 2 more sheets of paper. One is your authentication. So this is how you authenticate your product. And then we have our instruction manual of how to rebuild and strip down your Kanger Subtank Mini, and also how to re-wick and your RBA deck. Then we have Japanese cotton. Now we've got spare O-rings with some screws and a screwdriver. And then inside the box you have, on this side, we have our RBA deck, our mini RBA deck for rebuilding your own coils. And then you have a spare OCC coil just here. The OCC coil is a 1.2 ohm coil. And then you've also got a spare Perspex piece of glass, or spare piece of Perspex sheath, for in case you break yours on your tank. And that is the Kanger Subtank and all its contents. Let's look at how we strip it down now. So you can take apart your Subtank fully. You could take out your drip tip. I do like the drip tip, it's nice and solid, quite a large bore on there. And then we can take off, unscrew the bottom. And what you're left with these two pieces here. This is your OCC coil. We can take that out. And then you're left with the airflow base here, or the base of the Subtank Mini. And then we can take out or slide off the Perspex part. And that's it, fully strippable, easily cleanable. The O-rings are replaceable. We have spare ones in our pack. So we slide it back together, put in our OCC coil. So all you do is you screw that in there. As you can see, there's the airflow parts of the OCC coil. So we put that in and we put it hand tight inside and screw, hand tight again, and then replace your drip tip. And that is it, dead simple. That is how you replace your coils. So our mini RBA deck for the Subtank Mini. Unscrew the top part. And as you can see in there, you have a very small RBA deck. What it reminds me of is a bit like a K-Fun. You have your, either side, you have your channels for your fluid, your e-liquid to come up. And then the airflow goes to the centre there, and you've got the two pins either side with the cord in the centre. This one's already got a pre-built one on there. Okay, we can then unscrew the collar, and that is the deck itself. As you can see, a very nice and simple piece of deck in there. It's albeit a bit small, but for those that are experienced at building coils, this shouldn't be a problem. So once you've built your coil, you can just reattach the collar and then place the top back on. And this is a very good piece of equipment because it means it's not just a Clearomizer. You can then consistently use it with your own coils if you don't want to spend money on the OCC coils. So to prime our coils, we are going to put 2 to 3 drops of liquid down this center channel of our OCC coil just here. So we're going to get our liquid and just drop it in. And we're just going to let it soak. Okay, what we want is we want to be able to see the liquid coming through potentially these side bits. This is where the juice goes into the coil and gets wicked in by the coil itself, and then around the coil there. This is the 0.5 ohm coil, as you can see it's printed on there. So we're going to let that soak now. So once you've primed your coil, your OCC coil, you've got the other half here, the one with the Perspex tank on. What you're going to do is get your juice, and you are going to fill, I'll show you here, see the center stem there? You want to pour your juice down the side of that until you reach just below your center stem. Like so. And then very simply screw back on, keeping it upside down, your OCC coil. And that's it. Dead simple to fill. Unlike things like the K-Fun, etc., there's no vacuum. It just draws it through the moisture, sits inside the actual liquid itself. And that's it. So there you have it, the Kanger Subtank Mini. Very good piece of equipment. Kicks out the vapor. Don't lose any taste. Really nice taste that goes with it of your juices. You can get that from gearbest.com. That's where this one comes from. Check it out.